Hi, in today's video I'm going to show you how I created this 4 note card and envelope gift set with matching envelopes. I used the ScanNCut to fussy cut the flowers. It's some Bird Ballard Designer Series paper. I've used the Free as the Bird stamp set and I've used some simple colouring with our new Stampin blends. If you want to see how I made the project, keep watching. In today's video I'm going to be making a card combining the beautiful Bird Ballard Designer Series paper, which is available in my online Stampin' Up shop. And if you had my June paper share, you will already have this paper. In addition to using just some of that paper, I'm going to be using the sheet that's got the birds on it, but I'm going to be using the back of it, which is the stripes, and you'll just need a small amount for what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be using 2 1/4 inch circles, which I've already cut on my ScanNCut, but if you have a punch or a die, that would work. I'm going to be using our Whisper White thick note cards and envelopes, which are pre-scored, so 4 of those. And then I'm going to be using the bird out of the Free as a Bird stamp set, which coordinates with this paper pack beautifully. Now, I've got a piece of 6x6 Designer Series paper on my mat, and I've got the flowers, and I'm going to cut some of the flowers to go along with the design of the card. I have shown how to do this in recent videos, but I'll just run over it again quickly. So I'm going to go to Scan, Direct Cut, choose the machine. I'm leaving it on black and white because these designs have got a black edge around them and they're on a white background, so I don't think I need to do colour at the moment. And I'm going to say go. Okay, so that's recognised now. I'm going to say OK, and I'm just going to cut, I think I want probably 2 for each design, and I've already cut a couple previously. So I'm going to see if I can get 6 out of this piece of paper. I'm going to drag in the isolation arrows just to shrink down the area that I'm going to try and cut. I'm going to go into ignore object size, and I'm going to tell it to ignore anything that's over about 1/2 inch, and that way that will get rid of any of these little black dots it's picking up here on my mat. So I'm going to say OK, OK. I'm going to come into the outline distance, choose 0.04 and say OK, OK, and cut. Okay, so I'm going to peel this away, and then I've still got all this that I can cut out if I want to, or I can use the other side. And then these are the flowers now that I've got to go and go towards the elements to make the cards. So I've got all these now, plus the 2 that I already had at the beginning, and I'm going to make a set of 4 cards. I've got my 4 circles. As I said, I'm using Free as a Bird, and I'm using the bird from this set, and I'm going to use the hello. I've already mounted it onto a D block to save some time, and I'm using Memento ink because I'm going to be colouring in with my Stampin' blends. So I'm going to stamp the bird on the 2 1/4 inch circle, and that's how it's looking. and his tail just disappearing ever so slightly off the end, but I'm fine with that, that's okay. So I'm just going to do the other 3. I'm just going to clean this on my Stampin' scrub, which I've sprayed with mist, and dry it so it's nice and clean. And then while I'm here, I'm just going to get the hello ready. So I'm going to colour these with my Stampin' blends. I'm going to try and use colours that complement the colours that are in the flowers. And then once I've done that, I can start to put the set together. Okay, so to save a bit of time, I've added some faux black stitching using one of our black journaling pens. If you've shopped with me in the last few months, you may have got one of these because I have given some of these away to customers that use the hose code. So I've just literally drawn lines, dashes all the way around. I've coloured the rest of them in to save some time, but I'm just going to do this one with you. So I'm going to colour the bird in light smoky slate, and I'm going to use the brush tip end, and I'm just going to go over the bird, top half of the bird that I've stamped in black memento, because you need to use memento for blends. And you know, I'm not an expert, I'm just using these as colouring, so I'm not doing any major blending. But what I am going to do while I've got the smoky slate out, I'm just going to go over some of these lined areas on the bird just to add a little bit of extra shading. But this is all with the light smoky slate. And I'll show you in a minute on this one. So that layer's dry now, so I'm just going to go over where the black lines are on the stamped image, just doing little strokes. And if I hold it up, hopefully you'll be able to see there is a little bit of shading going on there. And what I've done with the birds I've already coloured, I've picked one of the colours out of the flowers just to cover like the breast, the chest of the bird. So for this one, I'm using light Calypso Coral. And again, I'm just going to colour this in. No special colouring techniques required for this. As I say, I'm just using them as a colouring tool. I'm not, you know, heavily into blends. I'm not clever enough to be able to blend colours. And I'm using light So Saffron for the beak, and I'm going to use the fine end. There is a colour lifter which I have got on order that I'm waiting for, and that will enable you to lift some of the colour out, or if you go over the lines you can kind of correct it with it. So there are my 4 little birds, and I'm going to start to put all these cards together now. I'm going to bring in my piece of designer series paper, which is from the Bird Ballard suite, and I'm going to cut 4-inch strips off this paper, and I want my stripes so they're going vertically across my card, so I'm going to cut it this way. So I'm just going to put this in my trimmer at 1 inch and cut 4 pieces. So I'm going to bring my note cards in, and again, these are the note cards that are available in our annual catalogue. They're thick whisper white, they come pre-scored ready for you. You just need to fold them and burnish them with your bone folder. So let's get those ready. And these would be brilliant as, you know, a gift for somebody, or a gift for a teacher at the end of term, or, you know, Christmas or anything like that. But also brilliant if you do craft fairs Great just to give as a gift to a family member, you know, that so they've always got a card on hand. Anything really. I'm going to put this across, maybe not quite the middle of the card. So I'm using snail for this. And obviously, you know, these are a bit longer, but I'll trim them. Just put it as straight as I can. I've got some old scissors here that I use for if I've got anything with glue on. So I'll bring one of my little birds in. I'm going to use some dimensionals to pop this up. And your blends will bleed through the back of your paper, that's normal. So you wouldn't maybe necessarily want to put this on, stamp this and colour this in straight on the front of a card. Or if you did, you might want to put a liner inside, which I sometimes do. You may have seen me do that, I put a paper liner in. So I'm going to put this, I think, slightly offset. I'm going to bring in my multi-purpose glue. And I'm just going to stick one down flat, so I just want glue on one side. This one I'm going to pop up. I'm going to use a mini dimensional for this. So there's a little bit of depth to it. So that's how that's looking. I've just noticed I've got a little bit of glue there, so I'll get rid of that. Then from the Free as a Bird stamp set, I'm going to use the Hello. Going to use Memento Tuxedo Black, and I'm going to just stamp this in the bottom left hand corner. So that's the little card. So what I'm going to do now, I'll assemble the other three. Just stay with me till the end. I might probably fast forward this and then I'll explain how you can win this set. What I've also done, I'll just show you. These are the envelopes that come with the note cards, and I've also stamped. So what I might do is bring in a piece of scrap card. And push it into the envelope, and then I think I'll colour the bird as well on the envelope, just ever so slightly, just so it all ties in. Then you could put all these in one of our acetate boxes. Again, if you've shot with me in the last few months, I've given one of those away. If you've not, they are in the catalogue. I can take out my piece of scrap, and that hopefully has stopped it from running through to the back of the envelope. So that is one set. So as I say, I'll do the others, I'll fast forward it, and then I'll explain how you can win all this. Okay, so here are the 4 finished cards. So Bird Ballard Designer Series paper, free as a bird stamp set. Use the ScanNCut to fussy cut the flowers, and a stamped hello from the free as a bird stamp set with matching envelope. So that's one. That's the next one. That's 3. Oops. And here's the 4th. So all coloured in using our Stampin blends that are available from our new June 2019-20 catalogue. Simple project using ready, prepared and scored note cards and envelopes. If you would like to win this set, for anybody that shops with me in the month of July through my Stampin' Up online shop, details will be on the screen and also in the description under the YouTube channel, I will collate all the names at the end of July and I will draw a name randomly. And I will send this out to one person that has shopped with me in the month of July. If you are shopping with me, please remember to use the host code, because if enough people use that host code, I can collect Stampin' rewards, and as well as sending you out a thank you card every month for being a customer of mine, I can also send you a free gift. So I hope you like the project. Please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't already do so, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.